Good evening everyone and welcome to Admiral Markets webinar. Today is 23rd of March 2015. My name is Nenad and we are having a session recap. So good, so perfect. So last week was the best session recap we have had so far. I need to tell you that, and really last week's setups gave us. Now, of course, we didn't get all the pips, but we could have made more than 500 pips overall. And really, for all of you who traded last week, and these setups were just plain great. So far, the last week was the best of all setups and session recaps so far. So that is when we are having movement with market, and last couple of weeks we are really having a good movement with the market, and I hope that this will definitely become a habit for Mr. Market to move like this. This is great when we are having such great movements, but you know, it's not always like this. Most of the time, as you probably know, markets are ranging, but when trend kicks in, that is when big money can be made. So, session recap today, we will see again, of course, these 5 setups, because so far Euro, Dollar, Pound, Australian Dollar, Kiwi and CAD have been giving us a whole number of pips, really. So we need to see whether we will have this week so many pips. But you know, guys, I need to tell you, when these things happen, when trend kicks in and when there is a strong trend in the market, very occasionally market just does not give us enough pullback for entry. So last week we were really fortunate that every single trade which we did was, I need to say, perfect. Because it was perfect. There was none of a loss, and I was very happy with those trades. But now market is in a huge movement, and the thing is, we maybe need to be a little bit patient, but we will see. Today, as you could have witnessed, I made for you great analysis for Euro Dollar and New Zealand Dollar. I hope that you made also some pips today. Especially Euro Dollar, it came to the 1.0940 where I was planning to sell, and basically it dropped 60 pips. Very sorry, this is another screen, and it was very fast to drop. Really, it was very fast to drop. I need to tell you that that analysis, because we will have a similar setup for Euro Dollar today. But let me pause the screen, and I hope that you will be seeing my other screen now. Okay, this is my other screen. So you can see this was the analysis which we had today on Forex Street, and I have published this analysis also. Admiral Markets retweeted it, and of course you can see it here. A great setup for Euro Dollar, and if you even scalped this setup, you could have made 10-15 pips for 10 times, because 5 mini candles, 10 times they had rejections, and then in a single drop it dropped 60-65 pips. So now this is very important level to base your trades. I will tell you later what I think about Euro Dollar, and I still see a good setup even if this level breaks. But so far today especially, that was very good, very good setup for Euro Dollar. It was basically cup and handle setup, and this was cup, this was handle, this was previous swing high. We had a nice confluence. I know that was a bit maybe risky trade, because guys, it's always a bit risky when you trade counter trend, right? But you know, we need to take some risks occasionally, right? And yeah, 200 pips of a profit from our trader. Great, guys, you're great with 200 pips. Excellent. It was Florin, 200 pips. Well done, guys. Well done, really. So this was cup and handle, and we had great. The price came to POC. Now, obviously, you can see that this is very hard level to break. If it doesn't break, there is a possibility that euro-dollar will continue, but we will trade it also. But if it breaks, really, it can go to test 0.620. So we will see. Definitely, we will see. Okay, before I begin with reviewing of the last week and this week's setups, I need to tell you a few things about our risk disclaimer. Online education materials are available at Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get a corresponding information, charting conditions, and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. A risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk disclaimer, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for the information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the authorities, me, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for the trade. These are not MUK's opinions, and the website individual is not a .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Forex is risky business, and this should not be taken as advice. It's a personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Okay, guys, bonus campaign for Admiral Markets traders. You can definitely sign up for bonus. You can get up to 50% for deposit bonus for new and existing client. 0.25 loss should be made per each euro bonus. 180 days to complete. And definitely, as I always say, guys, use this bonus for expanding your margin. It's very good if you want to keep your account from big drawdowns. It can help you. It can help you also to recover, and it's great thing actually. I'm always for bonuses on the accounts. It's a great thing. Risk disclaimer and some things about this session recap trades. You all know this. You need to give price a breathing room. Usually we enter within 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level. And guys, if it's in agreement with your system, good. If it's not in agreement, if you follow my trades, that is how you can do it, 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level. Sometimes, you know, the price can be 12, 13 pips from the level, but very occasionally it will be respected. You need to watch the price. Sometimes you need to make pending orders. It's good also to make pending orders, but we usually take only one position, and we take usually the position which hits first. So for example, if I said that we could have sold euro dollar today, which I did on 1.0940, that is good. You could have sold it at 1.0930, but you know, usually if you make your pending orders, you need to include the spread. That is why you need to add the spread to your buy trades, add the spread to your stop loss when you're selling. Okay, position trades are trend trades. Position trades are trend trades. Alternative trades are so-called counter trend trades. Then we also use breakout trades, scalp trades. Breakout trades, you know what how we trade breakouts. I already taught you that. Scalp trades, if I present you scalping levels, you can also use these levels for scalping trades. Breakout trades and scalp trades are done independently, guys. So you can take one trend trade and you can also take additional breakout or scalp trade, because positional trades, you know, you wait for position. If it hits, it goes in profit, or it hits stop loss, whatever. But usually when position trades are happening, you are in a good profit. But you can also, in between those trades, you can take breakout trades, because breakout trades and scalping trades are done independently of counter trend and trend trades. So we can use it for a second entry. Usage of trailing stop is highly recommended. Yes, guys, you know that, usage of trailing stop. These setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Definitely follow me on Twitter, because very occasionally I will post some updates on Twitter. Maybe sometimes if I also use pending orders, then occasionally I can tell you, okay, it's good time to grab 50 pips or 60 pips, and very rarely I can make a revised trade. If I make, whatever I do, I will use Twitter for keeping you updated, okay? And definitely pay attention to analysis. Also, you remember today about New Zealand dollar. I hope that you have also traded this. New Zealand dollar was very good, very good New Zealand dollar trade. You remember, if you read the analysis, that I specifically said, guys, please take only long trades, because long trades are trades which you basically, this is the comment, Spider-Man, okay, that you definitely, guys, want to take only New Zealand dollar long trades, okay, New Zealand dollar long trades, especially because you can see now that New Zealand dollar is making swings to the upside. Contrary to many other opinions, as you can see, last couple of days, last week, I was long on New Zealand dollar, okay, and this is what we should place our bets now. It's going up, okay. Now let's switch to other screen and see last week trades. But definitely, guys, you know what you should do. If you want to make pending orders, be sure that you somehow use trailing stop, add a spread to buy trades, add a spread to stop loss for sell trades. Also, pending orders, when they are hit, they will usually go 20-30 pips in the profit, but I'm always suggesting that you should follow your trades. So if they're in profit, great, keep the profit, manage your trades. If you can babysit the trades, even better. Pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have got on recap entries. And I also, guys, encourage you, if you have friends, if you have good friends, your close friends or family, you can always call them to visit our webinars and these recaps, because this is good thing for people who actually have a day job. You know, why you shouldn't take the advantage of having additional income. It's always good to have additional source of income, right? So even though if they don't have big money, they can invest as small part of their investment as for example $100, whatever, and at least enjoy it. Trading is good if you know how to do it, and it's actually enjoyable. So why not to inform your friends also to come and visit us? And I'm really glad to help everyone, especially traders who are new to this, to Forex market, okay? Okay, now let's see, session recap 16th of March results. Euro dollar 80 pips, pound 130, Australian dollar 60, New Zealand dollar 195, dollar CAD, either you could have made something up to 50 or it didn't qualify, because the trade for dollar CAD was only 14 pips from our entry. So maybe you scalped here and there if you made pending, it wasn't qualified. So exactly from 465 to 515 pips couldn't be made. And last week webinar was now is officially the biggest pip pool webinar we have ever had. Usually these setups give us something in between 80 and 200 pips, but last week was, well, that is when market is moving, and really the analysis, well, you know, good analysis, good market movement, whatever, luck also. Do not estimate the power of luck, definitely, and we are good to go. Well, trade of the week. Now I was thinking about putting New Zealand dollar and GBP dollar, so you can consider both trades to be trade of the week. Maybe, in my opinion, maybe it was GBP dollar, because it wasn't of a single pip of a drawdown. New Zealand dollar had some drawdown, and then I was thinking, and I closed the trade for some 20 pip, unfortunately, but maybe New Zealand dollar was officially the best trade of the week, but GBP dollar was easiest trade because it didn't have a single pip of a drawdown. So whatever, now it doesn't matter, but we can count New Zealand dollar also as the trade of the week, because ultimately it was straight, it was perfect, really. It had some drawdown, but eventually it came to hit the target price for 200 pips. So I occasionally am not targeting 200 pips, but when you have such good trades which happen to hit those couple of 100 pip target, it's actually great. So treat it as GBP dollar or New Zealand dollar as a trade of the week. This was euro dollar. We had position sell here. The trade happened at this point. This was a stop loss above it. The target was 0.550, but the price came to 0.580. So 80 pip pool was for euro dollar. GBP dollar, now this is why I'm saying maybe GBP dollar was a trade of the week, guys. Look, this was our plan during the webinar. I told you guys that now during the webinar you can enter if you want, but if you miss a trade, this was where you could have entered. And look, straight to the target. 130 pips without a single pip of a drawdown. Even more here. But well, our target was perfectly hit. Australian dollar, this was, you remember, I told you to, if you want to sell during the webinar, very occasionally, it happens that we are in the trade during this webinar. So if you have taken the trade, it dropped, hitting our target perfectly for total of 60 pip potential. Okay, you remember this, 50 pip potential. Now the question, transition to Admiral Market UK will affect your webinars. You will carry on. Yes, I will carry on, guys. Don't be afraid. I will carry on. This is the question which we had. Will I carry on because of transition to Admiral Market UK? Yes, guys. Transition to Admiral Market UK is actually okay. So it won't affect my webinars, and I will be still with you carrying over these sessions, okay? So Australian dollar here, you can see Australian dollar, it went perfectly to our target. New Zealand dollar also, you can see New Zealand dollar, we had position buy at 73.20, and this was definitely the trade of the week. I need to say now, because I had such great comments, but for me maybe it was GBP dollar, but it doesn't matter. This was entry, but you see there was a bit of a drawdown, but our stop loss was not hit. It was 70 pip stop loss, but the price, look, it hit the target. So basically it was a very, very good trade. All this vertical red line is always representing the time of the webinar, okay? And dollar CAD, look, 27.20. The price came to 27.34. So actually it was, if you made a pending order, it was a miss, but because the price was 4 pips short from making a buy spot on pending order. But if you maybe went with market order, then you could have made some pips out of dollar CAD trade because it was profitable. Not much, but it was good one. Why not? Even if you scalped, it was good. Okay, so those were the results for last week. And yes, I usually set my pending 5 to 10 pips. But once the pending is hit, I love to watch the trade at least, okay? Now I will explain the euro, dollar, pound trades, whatever, okay? I will show you now setups for this week, and I will clarify. Market plan euro, dollar. So euro, dollar is in uptrend. Alternative position. Sell. You see, I showed you because I can see that people are still coming. Guys, I will show you now my first monitor, and definitely this was my the analysis of euro dollar today, which was exclusive analysis for forex3.com. You can see that we already had this sell 1.0940 to 55, and if you have taken this sell, you could have made 65 pips, okay, because the price dropped. It came to this point and dropped. Now I cannot short it now. If you're in the trade, good, you can protect your profits, you can take some profits, whatever. But what I see here, I will show you what I see here on euro dollar. I definitely see that it still can be shorted, really. I will put a stop loss on 0.050, and these historical sellers, which are exactly, if we watch now moment sellers, we can see that there are also now moment sellers. Look, this was that 60 pip drop, what I was telling you from today, okay? There are still now moment sellers out of these weeks. So this is the week where we can see selling. Now the thing is, if the price manages to break this level here, it might go giving you some quick breakout, but then I expect it to be sold again. Okay, I expect it to be sold again. But what I see here is that this level here, this zone here, might be good for selling. This zone here, 1.0970 to 85. This is the zone where it can be sold, because in the history it was sold. Okay, it was sold. And look, in the history after this retest, there was 500 pip of a drop. I will not be buying here, okay, because I expect that the price might be sold from 70 to 85 level, okay. From 70 to 85, I think that the price can be sold on euro dollar. Still, you need to manage the trade. Ultimate target is 0.620. First target should be somewhere around this region. But yet again, monitor the price. Monitor the price if it hits the level, because price whipsaws can be fast. ATR is a lot bigger now than it was a month or 2 months ago. So guys, you should be definitely paying attention to momentum. This is the ultimate target for this setup, 620, but we will see what will happen. Still, if you are in the trade from today's analysis, good, you can grab some pips, but maybe if it wants to go higher, it should touch 65, 70, 80, and then be sold from this zone. The only thing I can see a buy trade is if it pulls back at this level. The only thing I can see a potential buy is pull back to this level. 30 pip stop loss, 0.940 is the target. Okay. So my primary concern now is to try to short it. Okay, short it here at 0.970 to 80 level. Okay. GBP dollar, it's in uptrend. 48.75 is a buy position. 48.25 is stop loss. Target price is 51.50. Okay, that is what I have for GBP dollar. Or we can go with a sell trade. 51.65, 51.85 stop loss, 51.10, 50.80 is the target. Okay. So that is what we can try. Okay. Now let me show you the screen with GBP. This is it. Okay, if it pulls back to 48.75, we can try to grab some pips. There were historical rejections, but I would really like to see a sell, so maybe it will go here and jump, but the sell is here. This is sell spot. If we draw a Fibonacci, we can see targets. Okay, we can see targets. 51.65, this is sell spot for me. And I would go with Fibonacci 23.6, 38.2, 56.1.8, because usually what happens is if the price hits this level, initially it will be sold, but then it will reject from these levels and go up. So that is why I prepared interesting setup with only 20 pip stop loss if it hits this level zone, 51.65. Okay. So for this pound setup, we can see, I will go through these slides again later so you can snapshot it. Okay. Now another setup which I want to show you, but it's definitely not my favorite. Guys, there is a setup for Australian dollar. Australian dollar. Position buy 7830, 7800, 7880. I'm not big fan, guys, of Australian dollar at the moment. Very, I can say, price is not favoring Australian dollar such as New Zealand dollar or Euro dollar or pound. So really, I'm not favoring this setup really. But maybe we can, not this setup, particularly New Zealand trade, Australian dollar trade. I'm really favoring New Zealand above Australian dollar. But I will show you now why. I'm not a fan of this, but it's a practice that I analyze also Australian dollar. Let me show you the screen. This is Australian dollar. Look, we have V-shaped reversal on Australian dollar. So this, what you're seeing now, is V-shaped reversal. Okay? The thing is, the price has broken through previous swing, which was exactly a good thing because it follows a trend, which is definitely uptrend because we have swings, upswings, and pullbacks. But the only thing I can see a potential buy is if it hits this level. Still, I'm not sure that Australian dollar has the strength to proceed to 79 and higher levels because latest Reserve Bank of Australia, Stevens, he is the chief of the Reserve Bank of Australia, conference, he said that he still thinks that 75.00 is good for Australian dollars. So, you know, technicals are not following his opinion, and he is still the chief of Reserve Bank of Australia. So I'm not sure, it doesn't have the power to break through all these levels such as Euro dollar or New Zealand dollar. It's weaker. So this is the setup which can kick in. Again, 78.30 pullback and 78.80 should be the target here if we see a pullback. But as I say, I'm not really a big fan of Australian dollar now at the moment. Okay. Now let's see New Zealand dollar setup. So guys, if it pulls back, okay, this is a mistake now. I will correct this, but I know what I should be telling you. I will be showing you the screen now. Okay, here, this is New Zealand dollar. And the thing is, what I see with New Zealand dollar is it's trying to hit 77.50. I will show you where that is. It's trying to hit this zone here and this zone here. Okay? It's trying to retest it once more. And if it breaks the zone, it will be W on daily chart. And it's still a W pattern, you can see it here. It's still a W pattern, but it will be W on daily chart. Okay? Now, New Zealand dollar, let's see. Setup. So guys, I will correct this now. Let me, you can go with breakout of 66.60. You need to see where the last swing and then to play stop loss 66.60 towards 77.50. I'm favoring breakout retests. So once the price is broken through 76.60, it should be retested, and with a continuation, it should proceed to 77.50. Okay. Now for pullback trades. For pullback trades, this is what I can tell you. Pullbacks towards this region here have good probabilities. So we need to place a trend line, okay, and see where we have a confluence. Definitely good confluence is also at this spot on. So pullbacks towards, look at these buyers here. So you can also place here, you can put it here. Pullbacks towards 75.80 to 65 can be used for positional trades. Okay. So now I will correct the slide so you can have a slide which is basically telling you the exact setup. So positional buy around 75.65, 75.65 to 80. Stop loss should be kept at 75.30 or 20 better, and target is, first target is 76.40, second target is 77.50. Okay, and let me show you the slides now. So New Zealand dollar, okay, New Zealand dollar, this is the setup for New Zealand dollar. 75.65 potential pullback, 75.20 stop loss, 76.40 target, 77.50 ultimate target. Breakout of 76.60 should target 77.50. Okay, and you can see how the price is following technical analysis, and it still has the possible momentum to break through 76.60. Okay, above this. So breakout, retest, continuation favored. And finally, we have a setup for dollar CAD. 24.80, 24.50, 25.15, 25.50 is what we can try to exploit a potential surge in dollar CAD after a good drop. So we will see if that happens, but I will show you now why. Because this is still uptrend with a big pullback. So if price hits this level, it's a deep retracement, and it's usually 88.6 is a strong number. So I think that if the price hits this level, it can make a nice jump towards 25.50, and it should be good. It's still, you see, it's still, considering this swing, it's an intraday uptrend, but overall it's still in some sort, it's intraday downtrend, but overall it's a sort of uptrend from 18th of March. Now this is a pullback, but you know that pullbacks can be both shallow and deep. If this is deeper pullback, then price should react to 24.80, potentially giving you another buy trade with only 30 pip stop loss. So we will see if that happens. Of course, guys, now I will go through these slides. You can ask me questions in between so I can respond. Market is fast. Market is a little bit nervous, I can say. So that is why we need also to be prepared for whipsaws, but we have our stop loss. That is why we use our stop loss. So guys, definitely be prepared for a fast moving market and for potentially fast trades. You need to be fast with your fingers to protect your profits. Once more, euro dollar, pound. Of course, guys, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Australian dollar, okay. New Zealand dollar, and dollar CAD, guys. Okay. So you have taken probably snapshots. You can definitely ask me some questions if it's not clear. I had a question. Can I post the chart showing where trade for GBP dollar is? Sure. This is GBP dollar. If it hits this level, I will sell it. I will sell this. If it hits this level, I will really sell it. And I will be glad to sell it, really. And towards 23.638.250, those are targets. If it pulls back to 48.75 region, somewhere around this region here, sorry, I will make it like this. I will be looked to buy here. So sell here, buy there, okay? That is how we can do it. Sell here, buy there, guys, okay? Definitely, as I say, when we have big range, we need to be patient. And with patient, we can make and hope to make some pips. If we are not patient enough, guys, that can be dangerous, okay? So always, always, always be patient for trades. Patient. It's not take profit here. You can try to sell it from this spot towards 23.638.250. Okay, so you can try to sell it from that spot. Okay, I will show you now. Here, this is the sell candle. And if it hits here, of course I won't be buying this. 51.65. Look how strong sellers were. If it hits this level, I will be looking to sell. I will be looking to sell if it hits this level. Okay? If it hits this level here, I will be looked to buy. Okay? And on euro dollar, now because we already had this trade today for 60 pips, it might reject, but the momentum is high. I'm looking for 65, 70 to 85 to sell. Keeping the stops here towards these regions here. So we will see. Okay? Yes, I was trading euro dollar today and I was stopped out for 50 pips, so basically it's good. Plus 50 pips on the setup, but still I want to see this going up again and then again try to reject from that level, because it still has the room to go to resistance. Okay? GBP New Zealand, I can show you GBP New Zealand. Okay, I will show you GBP New Zealand. Australian dollar is 79.20, good for a sell. Let's see, where is 79.20 in the history? Well, maybe a little bit lower, but it should be good for initial scalp trade, yes. Yes, for initial scalp trade, it should be good. Let me see. Yes, 79.20. You could go with scalp. GBP New Zealand. Let me see GBP New Zealand. GBP New Zealand. Here it is. GBP New Zealand. Okay. Template. Blank one. Well, what I see on GBP New Zealand, it's dropping like a rock, and ultimate target, it's now standing on support, but it's ultimately targeting 93.55. So it's in a sell mode. GBP New Zealand is in a sell mode. Okay? Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is GBP news, but yeah, you can try to take the trade, because definitely it has a potential, really a good potential to go in your favor. Really, it has really a nice potential, even with the news pending. It has a potential to go in your favor, really. So if you want to take the trade after the news, it's okay. It won't, it shouldn't be affected, because I hope that the trade will take place also during the news, maybe giving us even a better pullback, okay? Even maybe giving us even better pullback, okay? Okay. Now let's see another question. Okay, let's see another question. Well done for trades. Okay, it's good. So let's wait now euro to come into a new area. We will see if it gets into new area for a sell trade, sell spot. Okay, let me see. Forex Factory calendar. It's usually here where it's very fast. So yeah, GBP CPI. Yeah, it shouldn't affect the trade. So we will see tomorrow. I will take, definitely I would like to see, guys, my preferred trade for GBP is this, to sell it here around this region. So we will see if it happens. We will see if it happens, okay? Okay, guys, I don't see any questions, so we can assume everything is clear. Let's see if this week will favor us. It's been a good start of the week, really very good start of the week, especially because we had a good New Zealand euro dollar. So we will see if these setups will be, at least I hope really that euro dollar and pound and New Zealand will be giving us a good trade. Australian dollar not very favorable, but we will see. And dollar CAD still in the last chance for that long trade, because if dollar CAD breaks that, I will show you the screen, if it breaks this level, it will go down. So if this low is taken out, goodbye. So this is the final defense, 88.6. We will see. Buyers, we will see if it gives us some trade opportunities. Thank you guys for listening. I wish you well. I will be here with you very, very soon, guys. As I always say, cheers and trade safe.